It would have seemed completely crazy a couple of years ago if someone had told you that you would soon need government permission to hug your loved ones. Not everyone's a huggy person, and for some folks this year's not been too much of a hardship. But for other folks it's been absolute torture as they've longed to hug their loved ones and not been allowed to. And it's been great in this last couple of weeks to finally get to hug our loved ones once again. Jesus once told a story about a man who longed to hug his long-lost son. But it seemed impossible that he would ever get the opportunity to do that. His boy lived in a distant land, and more than that, he'd made it quite clear when he left home with half of his dad's money that he was never going to come back. But even though the dad's heart had been broken, he didn't give up hope. He sat by the window, looking out along the road to see if there was any sign of his son coming home. And one evening, just before the sun set, he saw a familiar figure trudging wearily along the road towards home. Straight away he got up and he ran out of the door and he ran like the wind towards his boy. And when his son saw his father coming, he fell on his knees in front of him and he began a speech that he'd been practicing. "Father, I have sinned." But that was as far as he got, because his dad immediately swept him off his feet and enveloped him in a great big bear hug and squeezed him tighter than he'd ever been squeezed in his life. "My boy," he said, "you're home again." If you ever want to know what God is really like, then just look at the father in that story, running and hugging his boy. That's what God is like, and he longs for us to come home to him. He's patiently waiting for us, eagerly looking out for us. And when he sees us making that first move towards him, he runs to meet us. And so today, if you are on the run from God, why not come back to him? Why not turn back for home and come and receive that wonderful bear hug that God longs to give to you, his precious child?